first episode of our salad series, and it sounds way more interesting than you're probably thinking. Today we will be preparing a edamame, tomato, and avocado salad, which is sure to be delicious, so stay tuned. The first thing we'll do is prepare the corn. So go ahead and remove all of this. If you have compost, you can use this for that. Do is just go ahead and cut all of the kernels off of the ear and then wash it afterwards. But the ingredients that I do have here is a half a cup of edamame, lemon pepper to taste, 1 lime because we're going to squeeze it to make lime juice, 1 avocado, 12 grape tomatoes, and fresh cilantro. And the cilantro will be chopped finely as well. What is not showcased here is that you'll want some dark leafy lettuce, something like a romaine. While I'm doing this, I have 3 cups of water boiling, and I'm going to add the frozen edamame and this fresh corn to the boiling water, and then that will cook for 3 minutes. While the edamame and corn is cooking for the 3 minutes in the boiling water, let's go ahead and chop the cilantro. And I'm not sure that if I mentioned or not, but I use a 1.5 cups of edamame. So that is the edamame. So I'm going to pause what I'm doing here, because what we're going to want to do is immediately take the edamame and corn out of the boiling water directly into a bowl of cold water. If you have ice, that is even better. Alright, so you can just let the edamame and corn sit in the cold water as you finish prepping everything else. So we'll go ahead and finish cutting the cilantro. The reason why we chose salad for the next series, you probably noticed that last month the series was about tacos, and that was just so perfect for Cinco de Mayo. But I think in the spring it's just like the perfect time to get some of these vegetables, and you start to see more things in season at your grocery stores. So it's pretty exciting. Alright, so you can just leave the edamame and corn in the cold water while you prepare all the other vegetables that will be a part of the salad. So we'll finish with the parsley. We'll finish with the cilantro, and we'll chop this finely. So we'll go ahead and cut the tomatoes. We'll cut them in half, so you need about 12 of them for this salad. I just love the colors that tomatoes bring. And honestly, I pretty much only eat tomatoes and salads. Like, I really am not a fan of tomatoes on my sandwiches or anything like that. In a salad, that pop of color, the juiciness, it's perfect. Oh, and I also do like to put tomatoes with cucumbers and olives. That alone is a nice little salad. Sprinkle some olive oil and some lemon juice on there. And now we're talking. Okay, so all of these are cut. And we'll go ahead and put them back in the bowl. And then now we'll focus on pumping out the lime juice. So what we're going to do is add the lime to this juicer. And put it in there and squeeze very hard. Actually, it's pretty soft, so it didn't require too much effort, honestly. Okay, I have to tell you guys, I wash my hands so much when I'm cooking that every time we film, I get a little ash here, and I'm just like, geez. I know some of y'all at home making fun of me, but it's alright. Okay, so now lastly, well, not truly lastly, we'll go ahead and prepare the avocado. And we can go ahead and cut down the center. So I have to say, it took quite a bit of time to find the perfect avocado. You want to be able to basically feel some softness, but it shouldn't be so squishy, because then that's going to be no good. But if it's hard, it will take a few days. If it's hard and you try to eat it that day, it is not going to taste delicious. So that would not be what I recommend buying when you're trying to pick an avocado at the grocery store. Okay. So I like to just go ahead and peel the outside, and then we can just chop it like we would do anything else. You might be thinking, well, there's a giant pit in the center, Dom. This I know. So just go ahead and cut it anyway. And then you'll be able to get around it. Then we'll chop this one just like we did the last one. It's perfect size. Avocados are very versatile. A lot of times they are used in recipes whenever you want to mimic that creamy texture that you might get from cheese or that you might get from something that's milk-based. And so I've even seen recipes where people use the avocado to make like smoothies or ice cream. I personally have not done that. I pretty much use the avocado in more of the traditional way. But to be honest, it has such a muted flavor that I really can see how people could use it in ice cream and other things. But obviously, one of the best ways to have it is in guacamole or this bomb salad. So I'm going to clean up a bit and then we are ready to plate. Before we plate though, you want to go ahead and finally drain the water from your corn and edamame mix, and then we'll go ahead and mix everything together. With the edamame and corn, now that it is drained, you want to go ahead and place the lime juice in here, the tablespoon of olive oil, all of the avocado, the tomatoes. I've added a pinch of salt to the lemon pepper. Go ahead and add the avocado. Okay, then go ahead and mix it thoroughly. It's good. Alright, so once you've done that, you're going to take the lettuce, set it on your serving plate. So I got 4 pieces of romaine lettuce. Maybe 3 is sufficient. Yeah, let's do 3, depending on the size of your serving plate. And then we're going to just go ahead and put the salad ingredients right on top of the lettuce. Let all the juices get up in there. Did I say that loud enough? Oh, that's the avocado. This on top of that 1 piece of lettuce and go from there. The very last thing you'll do is top it off with a cilantro. This is enough to serve about 4 people, but of course I'm going to eat it all for myself. Wow. So tasty. Or something. It's really good. I really like the avocado and the cilantro and the lime juice together. Really hits the spot. And of course the edamame is coming through with the protein. And then we got the tomatoes. It's a fresh vegetable, very springy. This recipe is actually from a recipe book, and I'll link it below so that if you want to try any of their other recipes, you are free to do that. But I found this one to be very amazing, and I wanted to bring it all to you for your springtime fun. Be sure to tune in for next week's salad, continuing the salad series. As always, thanks for joining Meals Without Meat, and you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/mealswithoutmeat. Follow me on Instagram at Meatless Maven, and we'll be right back at you next week.